It just feels like we're down a cylinder. I mean, on the one hand, it's an absolutely beautiful place to break down. On the other hand, like, these signs kind of say it all. There ain't nobody out here. Nobody at all. We're stuck at the tire shop. Battery seems dead. We can't get the key out of the car.
Bueno.
We got nothing.
It broke down at the tire shop.
And these are our tires. They don't look so bad from here, but they are dry rotted as hell. And this fine tire shop just doesn't have any. They were happy to help, but they don't have any. Okay, so we got it running enough, and I gotta get all the way across Los Angeles, 24 miles, and these tires are not good enough to take the highway. We've got expired tags, and this definitely is not low profile. All right, we're like 15 minutes into our journey. The tires are so bad. Oh, oil pressure, yikes. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. 10's enough, right? 10's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Between the Sharks. The Hollywood sign is about 2 miles that way, which means home is roughly 2,291 miles that way as well. You know, give or take. That's our ride home. Also, I planned on flying home. I don't even have a pocket knife. This is the shop now. We're in Hollywood. This car was owned by a picture car company, was stuffed in the back of their warehouse. I went and kind of poked around, got my eyeballs on it. They fired it up. I said, okay, I made an offer. Well, here it is now. I really don't know all that much about it. See what I bought, because I just don't really know. What I do know is it's a 79 Camaro Berlinetta. As far as the body goes, this seems to fit the old adage of the rust-free California car, but this one does not seem to have rust in any of the regular places. Like, even the rockers seem super solid. You can see here from it sitting in the warehouse, that's just dust. It seems to have the original carpet. You eyeball the edge of that brake pedal. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Is that the piece of it right there? Wait a minute. I saw the metal on the brake pedal, and I said, okay, that's 154, not 54. But if that's the original brake pedal edge, I mean, that's potentially under 100,000 mile brake pedal. That's right, the California only 305. I think it had 10 less horsepower, has the original smog pump, all the vacuum lines connected, and what I imagine is the original quadrajet that is set up for California emissions. Ow. So I don't have any breakdancing cardboard. It's making this a little bit more painfuler. Come on, buddy. All right. It's thin, but it's not terrible. I don't have a funnel, but I'm about to. Nailed it. I actually tried to get this car on the highway for the first time and see how it does. Speedometers, it's okay. The hood just blew open. Okay. That just went crazy. All right, that could have gone so bad. I mean, it went bad, but I don't know how bad. All right. Well, that scared the hell out of me, so not good. Bent the hood a little bit. We got to get off the highway and see what to do. Holy crap. That was terrifying. Man. All right, let's see how bad this was. Oh man, so this got all scratched up by this corner. This got bent a little bit, and we seem to be crushing the windshield wipers now. Jeez. On the highway a mile. Not even. I just got on the ramp. The fact that this thing didn't go all the way over and bend itself back and smash the windshield is pure luck. My nerves.
goes nothing, round 2.
Take 2, round 2. Yesterday was a complete disaster. We're gonna head toward Tombstone, Arizona today, but that's 9 hours away.
That's the rumor.
And we didn't make it 1 mile on the highway when we started yesterday. So, there we go. Let's go adventure. Come on, buddy. Yeah, perfect. Feeling confident.
Okay, I guess we're legit on the road. Still in LA, but you know, we're doing 60 miles an hour on the freeway. Got 50 pounds plus of oil pressure. Staying cool for a minute. I know we got a long way to go, like, you know, 2,190 miles, but it's a start. Right, I'm blowing a lot of smoke. Looks like oil smoke. We gotta see what's going on. Don't feel good about this. We're not even 20 miles. That's a lot of oil. The whole exhaust is coated in it. Using a ton of oil. It looks like it's back here by the oil sending unit, but maybe it's also by the distributor. I can't really get back there. Definitely seems like it's not pouring right now. It definitely is when the engine's under load, high oil pressure, and I'm not sure what it's blowing out. It could be the back of the intake, which I can't fix here, but I gotta find the source of the problem and see if I can make it better. I'm worried about it. We haven't gotten anywhere. Feels like I've been here all day because I've pretty much been here most of my day. New oil pressure sender in. We're gonna fire it up, see if we see any new leaks, see if we see anything that looks like the old leak. So far it's looking okay. All right, so far so good on that. I don't know what else to do but test drive it. Let's go get 10 more miles on it, see what happens, right? Doesn't sound like fun right now, but it's our only choice. I'm also taking my first bath, parking lot. See a lot of that in my future. So in theory, we're on this 55 miles to Indio, and then just 2,145 after that. Woo. This is fun. All right, we're back up to 70. Fingers crossed. It took us a little while for it to like accumulate enough to smoke last time. Don't know what to do but to keep going. Everything's fine. So if I can't tell if we're smoking, does that mean it's not happening? We're smoking like crazy. Crap. Made it like, what, 10 miles? We're not looking good. All right, let's go have a look. It's leaking on the engine side of the bell housing where it all bolts together and just running down. But I can't tell where from. It's possible there's a crack in the back of the block by that boss, but again, that would be a surprise too. I don't really see a lot of choices, but it's not proving that it can't make it the whole way. I think it's gonna wait until the middle of the desert to decide it's gonna prove that. Adventure time at the Walmart and wherever we are, California. Now the temperature's creeping up. Not really sure what we got going on. We're about 200. Don't like that. We'll see if the fans kick on. Otherwise, we're gonna need to pull over and investigate. Hopefully that won't get any worse. Definitely want to barf a little. Temperature's creeping up way bad. I don't hear the fans. Let's go check real quick before I shut her down. Shut her down. That's not good. She's super hot. Let's see if we can get the fans running. All right, so if I bypass, the fans are working. So I think it's this relay or it's the thermostat. I'm not really sure, but we can fix that. Oh, this is not fun yet. I think I put the relays in here. Order these ahead of time. All right, fans are working for now. See if this calms things down a little bit. Definitely not gonna lie right now, I absolutely want to barf. All right, that cooled things down quickly. Let's check on this oil leak, because that's not no oil, gang. We should be able to find a leak that big. All right, I got good news and I got bad news, gang. They're about the same piece of information. So I found at least a significant portion of the oil leak. Had to jam my phone down in the back, and I'll just show you in case I forget to put this picture in. Right there is the back, right by the oil sending unit. Look at that great big hole in the china wall it's missing. Possible there's a crack in the back of the block by that boss, but again, that would be a surprise too. I can't really fix that right now. We're down like a quarter of a quart in 70 miles, so my guts are to just get on it. I think I'm gonna go for it, which is I can go 75 miles back to Hollywood and hang out with my dog and sleep in a comfortable bed and get a shower, or I can continue 2,125 miles, roughly that way, in this gloomy weather. Man, oh man. Here we go. We made it to our second O'Reilly's. The weather is lousy, which is just adding insult to injury, if I'm being honest with you guys. We seem to have maybe remedied our overheating problem, and that's great news that we bought those relays ahead of time. We're gonna get extra oil, extra transmission fluid, because we're gonna cross this line where it's Phoenix or bust, basically. We're gonna run out of parts store, so I need to think of all the things I might need and just get them. All right, I'm getting my butt kicked by day one. I'm like 6 hours in and only 100 miles. What is going on? All right, sure feels like we've been stuck in downtown Bummersville for like 6 hours. So let's put some positive energy out there, have a chuckle, listen to some car talk, and hope the sun will break through. Man, I mean, it is beautiful out here, but this is the scary part. You know, there's not a lot going on. So our next stop is City Center. City Center. So Desert Center is the next kind of place. I feel like we need to stop, check all the fluids. Oil pressure's been holding right around 50. Staying in temperature just the way we're supposed to. Everything's so far kind of holding together. The smoke cloud, though, it's still happening. Uphill above 65 miles an hour. So okay, I mean, that's super cool, but not what I had in mind. Still looks like we got plenty of gas, but I'm not seeing a way to get more if we needed it. Not even a little bit. Okay. All right, gang, we've been doing between 60 and 80 here, and we're only down about a quart after a couple hundred miles, so I think it's okay. It's about a quart minus what I spilled. Give it another glug and let's get the hell out of here. We're running out of daylight fast and we're driving away from the sun, but it sure is pretty, right? What's that? Good. Yeah, thank you very much. What's that? I'm like a photographer. Take as many pictures you want. I'm gonna hit the road in like 5 minutes though. says we might make it around the Phoenix area in about 3 hours. We've only got 1 hour of daylight, but once I pass Blythe, I don't really have a ton of options. So we're gonna boogie. We're gonna boogie the best we can. Things doing all right. We're starting to learn its problems and be comfortable with them, right? But check this place out. Back after it. Bangarang. Whew. Beautiful out there, though. Trying to figure out how many miles we've done. It's possible 22 miles a gallon. We're to the last stop before we get into Phoenix, which is another couple 100 miles away. Same as what we just did, but I'm feeling the rhythm on it a little bit, so I think we're gonna go for it. I just can't stop here. I didn't want to drive into the night, but I just, you know, I want to get into that next time zone, into civilization, assess in the morning, see if we can get this thing kind of centered. I was gonna say back on track, but that's unlikely. I just, you know, centered. All right, we got these LED things set up from the O'Reilly's so we can see our gauges, because I didn't wire lights into them, and clearly nobody before me did either. Yeah, the sun's gonna go down real soon. Like, I think it was close to 20 miles a gallon. That's pretty solid. Let's hit the boogie machine. It is hot in this car right now. I can't even calculate how long I've been on the road with the time change, but I'm still an hour away from Phoenix, and we are in bumper to bumper traffic. Clearly it's construction. It goes on beyond the length of the map on my screen phone. Good morning, everybody. I think you got about 5 hours of sleep. The car's still here though, so that's good. All right, let's talk theory here. I was noticing last night, after many hours of driving, that I could predict exactly when it was going to happen. Higher RPM, under load. Some of you guys may be ahead of me at this point, but that spells crankcase pressure, which means the only way I can see on this vehicle that crankcase pressure is relieved, clean air coming in this way, and then this PCV valve looks like it's directly tied into manifold vacuum, plus the charcoal canister. However, there is a better spot for it to get out, which is straight out the back. That's working like a breather. So I want to see how bad it is. Down the court. If I'm seriously putting in a quart every couple 100 miles, we can make it home then. But I think we can make it a little better. I'm gonna need so much coffee today. Hi-ya! Pretty sure I got my engine block fixing tape in here somewhere. Yeah, you look like the right stuff. All right. Here's the plan, Stans. We're gonna give it the old 1-2 punch of engine block fixing tape and engine block hole be gone. All goopy goopy. We'll take our engine block fixing tape. Should have been MacGyver. He would have just used a gum wrapper. All right, so this is the best I could come up with. All right, it's not the most awesome thing ever, but it's another point for air to get in or out. Just this all seems too loose to do the vacuum thing that it needs to do. I'll just go get another one, spend another 15 bucks, because who's counting at this point, right? Just notice this. This side has a PCV valve connecting the clean airflow to the block. That's weird, because in theory, what's supposed to be happening is there's a little filter in here. Air comes in, gets cleaned, runs down into the crankcase to create, you know, positive airflow into the crankcase and then back out the PCV. But if this has a valve, I don't know what's going on here. So we're gonna get a breather for that. Will it solve our problem? I have no clue. No idea. This is what you had in mind, right? Like, oh, America, road trip through the great Southwest, cross country. Here we are in a rainy desert at a strip mall. It's just how this one's gonna be, gang. hopefully we can get the hell out of here, find some sunny desert vistas, because right now it's just gross. It's gross. I'm getting rained on. All right, I'm wet. I'm somewhere outside of Tucson in the suburbs. All right, Tim, it's nearly 11. I started working on the car at 7:15 this morning, but there's only so much self-inflicted stress I'm really going to allow myself here. We got a long way to go. Well, apparently I'm getting on the highway right now. Okay, I was going to get gas first, but apparently we're just going to do this. Here we go. Well, I had no choice but to just get on it because it dumped me into the HOV lane. I don't know what I'm doing or where I am. But we started with a little smoke cloud, so we'll see if it's better, but if it's not, we kind of know how to deal with it. We put a quart of oil in every couple 100 miles. That's it. That's all I can do. All I can see is smoke in the rearview mirror. I've decided to just do 70, let it smoke. We'll do 100 miles, see what happens. I mean, man, look at all that. Still not a bad view, except for out the back, which is nothing but smoke. It's also reminding me of the Junkyard Digs wagon trip from LA back to Iowa with no front main seal and no reverse in that wagon. He was watching the oil gauge the whole time, and when the pressure dropped, he filled it up. I am still watching that oil gauge just in case we're losing more oil than I think we're losing. So far, so good. So I've been on the road for about an hour, hitting it at 70. It's been smoking the whole way, so I figured I'd put some fuel in it and check on things and see how much we're using, if we're burning through more than I think. But I mean, sitting here at idle, it still doesn't seem to be smoking out of the tailpipe. Like, I still don't think we're burning fuel. We're definitely blowing it all over the road though, you know. Well, the good news is my repair tape is still there. The bad news is we're over a quart low after 66 miles, which is way higher consumption than yesterday, which makes me think we have a developing issue, and I don't know what it is. Crap. That's pretty stressful because that is unsustainable.
I guess for the next segment, I gotta just try to keep it from smoking. And if I can keep it from smoking still at like 65, then that's just what we're gonna have to do. There's still oil all over where it had been coming from. Definitely still feels like a crankcase issue, like crankcase pressure issue.
So it's a little bit crazy. I can control the amount of oil that's blowing out just by the throttle. Like, I sort of know where it wants to be in third gear, and depending on the topography, it's between 55 and 65. You know, uphill it's slower, downhill it's not. And so the RPM and engine load and crankcase pressure still seems to be the issue. So for whatever it is, 60 is about the limit on this road before I start smoking real bad. You know, 60 miles an hour, if I can stay on the road, it doesn't really do me a lot of good to do 70, 75, but then have to stop for 15 minutes every hour. So I guess slow and steady is gonna be the way. So we're gonna just try to get it home. Well, temperature's creeping up. Feel like I need to confirm the fans are on. I don't feel like we've made it very far. 40 miles or so. Man, we have so far to go. Temperature just came down. Guessing the fans are going. Do we just get back on the road? Let's just get back on the road. That truck behind me said, let's just get back on the road. Well, apparently I can't just get back on the road. So universe is saying something. A, it's saying, hey dog, look at this. And to that I say, thank you universe. And the second thing it's saying is, there's a Starbucks. We didn't get much sleep. We're gonna get ourselves a matcha lemonade and pretend like everything's fine. It's gonna be awesome. So I don't want to look, but I can tell you right now that has little to do with anything. The what I want part. We're here, we may as well check it. I don't think we've made it more than 40 miles. I'd have to look though. That might be a good time to say, hey, consider buying a t-shirt. Or check out the Amazon store to support the channel. I'd sure appreciate that. Oh, we are so far from anywhere. Saying we're another quart low. Yeah, that would suggest our problem is getting worse. So I did make some changes this morning, but I guess I could change back. I can't imagine how that would make it worse, but maybe it did. This is way worse than yesterday. That's bad. We're a long way from home. Okay, so we're losing oil at a significantly higher rate today. So I'm undoing what I've done earlier. Like, there's so much oil coming off this car, it's leaking off the gas tank now. That's bad. Again, we just gotta get a couple thousand miles home, right?
Georgia's that way.
She's how she was, so we're gonna try to get some miles on it. We can't lose a quart every 60 something miles. We won't be able to keep oil in it. Sad to say, my optimism is shrinking. How do we make it worse? How do we make it worse? There's a way, because I did it. Man, it's gorgeous here. Look at these boulders. Look at all that good stuff. Definitely lightening my spirits a little bit. We'll pull in somewhere after right around 100 miles. We got about 25 to go. Thinking Wile E. Coyote lives around here. At this point, I decided just to cannonball 100 miles. It actually seems to be running a lot better. I'm doing 70. It's smoking, but you know, if I gotta put oil in it every 100 miles, if we can maintain that, that'll be the new normal. But for now, let's enjoy some of this. Man, but just like that, the landscape changes. It's worth driving through here, man. I definitely recommend it. Don't know if I recommend it in a jalopy like this, but I recommend the drive. All right. So we're 98 miles from our last pit stop. I see an auto zone. I'm gonna pull in, get more oil, maybe some more ways to rearrange our vacuum situation. My fingers are extra crossed, if that's actually a thing, that we have some improvement by returning to the way that it used to be. Because, yeah, the first two stops, losing a quart of oil every 60 miles, like, I know, guys yelling at me, the car's smoking, so that's bad news.
All right, gang, what's the over-under on this one? 100 miles. We were losing over a quart in 60 before. Is she empty, or did it improve? Fingers crossed it improved. We're doing better. She's down a little over a quart, but that's significantly better than a quart in 60 miles, which means it is crankcase pressure related. So let's see if we can dive in and make it even better. Not better, like less bad.
Well, hopefully this will be an improvement. Got this PCV valve actually hooked up. We're still running this, but off the oil breather, and the other PCV, we eliminated some of the extraneous stuff that wasn't connected. So hopefully that will function better. Hopefully we see some results. Our first attempt made things worse. We went back to 0. That was better. And let's see if this improves it. Otherwise we'll go back to what we were in about 10 quarts. So I'm in Wilcox. There's a big W way back down this mountain. There's a grocery store and a gas station. So we're gonna top off, go get some snacks for later, because I'm gonna keep going if I can keep going. We got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be here yesterday morning. Can't tell it was running a little different. When you mess with vacuum stuff, sometimes you're asking for it. We're 3 hours away from Las Cruces still, so not my ideal situation, but it is my situation. All right, here's the good math and the bad math. Good math is 7.2 gallons. She's still getting 20 miles a gallon. Bad math is, I feel like that means we've only gone 200 miles today. Sounds all right, right? Right? Okay. You just pay attention to every little thing, you know? Every little thing. Trying to feel the machine. Feel it in your body. Feel it in your ears. Fortunately, the way I'm feeling it in my gut is what makes me the most nervous. All right, that's really pretty. Fingers crossed we make it 100 miles before we need to stop and fix something that we just fixed or tried to change or make better. You know, the odds of that are, I don't feel confident, but I don't really have much of a choice. Onward, we'll pull over when we have to. Man, I don't want to jinx it, but I gotta tell you while it's happening. We're doing 75 miles an hour with no smoke right now. We've been on the road 10 miles, and by now there's usually a huge plume. We're up a slight grade, and so that would normally do it too. Again, I don't want to jinx it. We're in way too soon, but if we relieve some crankcase pressure, hopefully we've made it better. Oh man, that would be great. Definitely not going to get busted in a speed trap though. Just came across one, and nah, I wasn't even close, gang. 75 miles an hour is the speed limit out here. I guess I was right on it for the first time today. Wait a minute, I'm excited now. I'd be proud if this thing got a ticket. I'd put it on the refrigerator, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we were doing so good. But the hood's bouncing around. I'm trying to figure out if there's just a safe place to pull over, just to jump right back on the highway. I don't really know if there is. I'm just gonna back up. We're gonna do it right here on the overpass. Not my favorite idea, but we're gonna do it. All right, I didn't want to turn it off, but I know I need to. It's gonna take a minute. I mean, on the one hand, it's an absolutely beautiful place to break down. On the other hand, like, these signs kind of say it all. There ain't nobody out here. Nobody at all. Wild. Like, we are in the middle of nowhere. Speaking of, let's hope she starts back up, right, gang? That'd be great. I actually looked under it, and yeah, no, not a ton of oil. A couple drips. But not a ton. Nothing like we're used to, gang. Gang, there's a beautiful sunset behind me. We've gone 100 miles. 100 miles. No clouds of smoke behind me. Plenty of oil pressure. Staying cool. And we're cruising between 75 and 80 this whole way. Fingers crossed. I got 100 more miles to go to Las Cruces. I'm going to keep jamming. See how we do. It's going to get dark fast, and that's probably going to be where we call it a night. Do we have any oil left in the car at all? All right. Do you not see what I don't see? Is there a huge puddle? It's like a drop. Couple drops. Whatever.
We'll take it. We're gonna... There's oil in it. It's still full. It's still full. 200 miles. It's full. I'm trying not to freak out everybody around me by dancing. I'm trying to contain my excitement so they don't call the cops out here. It's still full. How many miles did we do? 206 miles, and it's still full of oil. Let's see about our gas mileage. Oh, I don't want to do that. Leave me alone.
There's no whammies, no whammies.
Come on. 9.8. We're on a little bit of an incline. 9.901 gallons. We're still doing 20 miles a gallon.
Day 3. We've only made it 759 miles. So that leaves 1,600 miles left.
So we made it 750 miles in the first 2 days. And each day took us 13 hours from the time we started messing with stuff to the place that we actually stopped. 250 total, something like that, to Pecos. Roughly 4 hours of journey for a normal person, so all day for us. See how this goes. Come on, buddy. There we go. That's what we're talking about.
So I had to pull over again. It was creeping up to 200. But look at this. Obviously an old motor lodge. Who knows when it closed down. Looks like somebody's still there though. That's kind of, I don't know. It's beautiful out here. We're in the middle of nowhere, for sure.
Still full. Incredible.
I'll bet that place is awesome, A. B, there's a horse motel. Look at this place. Really cool. All right, so I'm 19 hours from Atlanta right now. It's beautiful out here though. Check out this old sign. Magnolia something. It's neat. It's 12:41. Crossed into the next time zone, so one time zone left, I think. We're gonna head generally east, right? Shouldn't have had to think about it that hard. I'm whooped, gang. Is it Bill? Check out all those dust devils. That's pretty cool. We are in oil country. There's nothing but fields, power lines, and pump jacks. We're driving over the rumble strip here because there's so much construction going on. Something just changed, like the engine got louder. I don't know what's going on. Vitals are good. Doesn't sound like it, doesn't feel like it's missing. Weird. Don't really know where to stop out here, so we're gonna just keep going till something tells us there's trouble. Well, beyond the very different noise that's already telling us that. I think it's a matter of like, is it worth stopping on the side of the road? And my guts are saying not yet. Still got a long way to go. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm trying to get 6 more hours in. Whew. It's a long way. It's a little throatier. All right. I think I got a little vacuum leak. Just kind of tweaked stuff a little bit. Didn't fix it right. We'll see how it starts and runs. Everything else was good. Good oil, good transmission fluid, good coolant levels. It's running a little uneven. Why is it running like that? It's either vacuum vacuum leak or a miss? It's running super smooth now. So it's back to running totally fine. Huh. Weird. What do you make of that? I don't know either. The great news is it's running great again. So something was different, but now it's not. That's all I know. How's that for a scientific explanation of what the hell was going on? Great, man. I didn't have the camera rolling, but at some point we went over a bridge and they paved up to it, then not the bridge, and then paved the other side. I won't say we got airborne, but boy howdy were the tires rubbing at 80 miles an hour. We bottomed out super hard. Weird sounds are happening again. Same one. We hit some more rough road. I'm not really sure. Vitals are all good. We'll drive to an exit. If it doesn't fix itself by then, we're gonna pull over and take a look at it. I see no reason for alarm, so we're gonna keep going. Fuel stop in Abilene. That's who knows how far from here. It's on the way. So. Something just sounded like it got weird again. Like the sound of the engine's just changing a little bit. There's town up here. I guess we'll stop. Give the car a minute. I mean, we've been moving today. It's already 7 p.m. Time changes, but we've been on the road for many, many hours. It's a little sluggish. I mean, I'm wondering if we finally melted the spark plugs or the plug wires. Yeah, that's lousy. Let's see what's going on here. Feels a little bit like it's missing and that tap is back, but again, the engine's vibrating. Sounds kind of like a valve. Let's go pull it in, we'll fill it up, we'll put oil in it. Did it just fix itself? Maybe it just needed a minute. I don't know, man, that's weird. Again, we're like clearly in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Also, this is a pretty significantly loose vacuum fitting. As much as I want to, I don't think I can ignore that anymore. Thanks, billboard. All right, we're gonna fix the vacuum leak first and see if that changes anything. I don't want to say what everybody's thinking, that sounds a lot like a rocker hitting a valve cover, but feels like digging in there is gonna be more than I want to do. Especially right now. Sun's setting and I'd rather be driving closer home. But I got my vacuum leak fixing tape and I'm gonna try to deal with this and see if that gets us anywhere. Man, that son of a gun is loose. Like super loose and hot. In case you're wondering, this thing is 11 billion degrees. Guess that's why they put those windmills back there. Feels way tighter. Vacuum line hopefully fixed. Good. Oil added. Let's hope that she's running as smooth as she was most of the day. Please, 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 please. Running like crap. All right, there are hotels about 10 miles away. I'm gonna head that way and see if it fixes itself along the way. If not, I'd rather be broken down there than right here. As pretty as it is, I only have about an hour of daylight. All right, here we go. Oh, not loving it. 9.2 miles. Feels like we're down a cylinder. Sounds like we're down a cylinder. Let's stay on the back roads. If this was the last day, we would just put the hammer to it. But we're many, many miles. I think like 14, 15 hours of driving, minimum. I mean, I think we're still 1,000 miles plus away. So running on 7, when it's been running so good, is not the way to go here. Ugh, bummer. Bummer. So we're pulling into a town called Sweetwater. All right, it's running absolutely terrible. All right, that tapping's not happening anymore. It's just running like crap. So we're gonna do plug wires real fast, like, hopefully. All right, those were super old. A lot of them fell apart. So with any luck, our misfire was related to this, or our dead cylinder, or whatever we want to call it. My brain, come on, you guys. I can't even think of the words to describe the thing that's caused me the problem. Here goes nothing. Any better? What is that stupid sound? All right, you guys are gonna think I'm nuts, but I used a metal stethoscope and it's not in the valve covers. It is loudest under here. And I swear I heard it the day I first heard this thing run. And it seemed metallic outside of the engine. I just don't know. It's running better now though. Kind of. Is it? What just happened? Did it just free itself up? Maybe I do have a valve issue that's like sticking and unsticking. It's running way better now. Oh, we're gonna make the big mistake and run with it. 45 miles to Abilene. Sitting here is not going to do anything for the car, right? If I stay overnight, I'm not magically going to solve it. So I'm going to run this 45 minutes of daylight out. If we're still doing good at Abilene, we'll see. 45 miles to Abilene, we're going to try to make it. We're going to see if we can. If we can, great. And we will work from there. I was really hoping to make my destination, but if I don't, well, it'll be like every other day on this trip. It's shocking to feel like I was actually planning sightseeing stops that had nothing to do with auto parts stores and parking lots and gas stations, but I've seen a lot under this hood. Anyway, we're about to hit the highway. Wish me luck, gang. These Texas on-ramps are insane. Watch an episode of Landman, you'll know what I mean. You just like cross the other lane and dive bomb on. Also, my sunglasses fell off the car and busted. That's a bummer. Woo! Been on the road about 11 hours. I think it just started happening again. Oh yeah. It's when I hit the gas. It's weird. Yeah, it's gonna be Abilene for the night. Damn it. Whatever it is, it'll still do 70. But I don't feel good about whatever it is driving into the night. It just feels like we're down a cylinder. Still at least 1,000 miles, I think. Not really sure. Don't want to look yet. Just pulled into a hotel, see if one of these has rooms or not, but it's running okay. Hopefully good enough to get us home tomorrow, or closer. Still a long way. Still a long way. All right, so bad news for me. All of Abilene is sold out because there's a huge university here, and their graduation is right now. So we're gonna try to book it another 60 miles to the next town and see if we can find something. If we're sleeping in our car, it's not gonna be right here, right? Right. All right, onward. So I just can't leave well enough alone. It started missing and getting worse. You only have a few choices here, right? You either have fuel issues, fire issues, or compression issues. And I don't really think I magically got compression issues. Everything's been doing pretty well. Fuel, I've got it. Fire, though, seems problematic. So take a look in here. We'll look in the daylight, but it's 11 p.m. and I'm lonely, so thanks for being here with me. There's enough evidence in here. That button doesn't look right to me. On the top of the rotor, looks pretty crusty.
6:30 a.m. Drinking packet coffee. Very tired. Count victories today. The car is still here. All right, this is one of those times I'm super excited to see bad parts. First of all, let's take a look at this one. How schmoozed it is versus that. So that's already fried. Plus, there's a great big crack right here. That's never good for a distributor cap. So these are actually both blue streak parts. So you can see how carbonified this is versus this. All right, it's back together. I'll clean this off and it's moment of truth. I want to barf. That's not good. That's not good. That's not confidence. All right. I want to barf because if this doesn't work, I have no idea what to do. Yeah, I do. It's change the distributor, but come on, car gods. Is it better? All right. Definitely more better. Fixed? I don't know. More better? Yeah. It's 8:30. 13 hours away if this holds. If it breaks down, we'll fix it there. We got some daylight now. No sense in staying here trying to work on it. Any miles are better than no miles right now. Literally just got on the highway. My foot's barely in it. Last night I was in it to stay at 60. So we're at 70 right now and I'm barely on it, which is kind of like we were at the better parts of the trip. So fingers crossed. Trying to get to the other side of Dallas. We're in some traffic. It feels like there's a mist still. It went away for a little bit, but it's mostly still there. We're still cruising at 70 miles an hour, so it's having a slightly harder time doing it, but not like bad, not like last night. So my guts are to just continue down the road. I mean, I'm struggling, but I'm not doing that yet. We made it to Louisiana. I thought I was never gonna get out of Texas, gang. We still have, you know, if you're not into the U.S. geography here, we gotta get all the way across Louisiana, all the way across Mississippi, all the way across Alabama, and then into Georgia. 300 miles so far. It is 1:43 local time. The sign to Texarkana just made me realize it's kind of like a Smokey and the Bandit run. We're running from Texas to Atlanta in a 79 Camaro. Not a Trans Am, but that's as close as I'm gonna get. Eastbound down.
Hot damn, we're gonna make it.
So is it right there, gang? We're getting into Mississippi. Unbelievable. We were west of Fort Worth this morning. We're right over the Mississippi River. Gang, I can't believe it. I don't want to jinx it. We may end up in a position just like last night where all of a sudden something shows its head, but for now, we're going to enjoy the beautiful weather, this drive through Mississippi. We've got our front row seat to America. All right, gang, we're pulling in for a fuel stop. This is insane, but we have gone 650 miles today. It took us 3 12-hour days to get 1,150 miles. I was pretty much getting coffee at 7:12 a.m. waiting for the auto parts store to open, which is mind-blowing. So we've been at it for 12 hours. The craziest thing about that is that means I'm less than 300 miles from home, which would be a 950 mile day in this thing, which is bananas. They had a can of Seafoam. I figured, why not, right? Wouldn't it be fun if it made it a little better? Look at that sunset though. It means we're running out of daylight, but it sure is pretty. In you go, pal. This snake oil claims to do a little bit of everything, and that's probably what we need. Let's just let her be the champion she is being today.
All right, here we go. There we go, we're getting into Alabama. We're doing 75 miles an hour. Insane. We left the middle of Texas this morning. It's Thursday, and we left Los Angeles, California on Monday in a 79 Camaro that was in the back of a warehouse. So, fingers crossed, let's not jinx it. Onward, we'll see you in a bit. So we are headed right into that thunderstorm. Holy crap, gang. We are 132 miles from home. We just traveled another 150, mostly all through thunderstorms. It's 10 p.m. local time. We started at 7 a.m. 2 hours and 6 minutes, 131 more miles to go. Whew. I know you guys can't see nothing, but we just made it to Georgia. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, we just about made it. Just gotta get it in the driveway. It doesn't want to run. It's 1:30 in the morning here in Atlanta. I cannot believe that car right there made it 2,200 miles. There is something totally different, a totally different experience. When you survive something really dumb, it feels like nothing else in the world. It's insane. That thing limped into a hotel parking lot last night, 24 hours ago. 17 hours ago, this morning, it barely ran. We were at the parts store. It drove 16 and a half hours at 70 miles an hour. 950 miles today, just today. 2,200 miles plus total. And today is the longest I have ever driven any car, both distance and time. Everything about this blows my mind. I can't believe I made it. What? What? 0. So we truly did lose a cylinder somewhere in Texas. That's not even a joke. That's crazy.